What's happening, everybody? And today the player that we are going to profile is Jude Bellingham. For those of you that may not have heard much of him, he's a 16-year-old boy playing for Birmingham City in the Championship. There's a lot of hype around Jude Bellingham, and in my opinion, rightly so. He's an unbelievable talent with the ability to be world class should he fulfill his potential. It's really remarkable the amount of games that he's played this season, and I believe that is a testament to his talent, especially being 16 years of age. I've seen a lot of him recently, and I can honestly say I've never seen a player so young boss a midfield the way that he's been doing so far this season. It's really exceptional, especially if you consider that he's playing in the Championship, which is a really physical, tough, demanding league. There have been a lot of rumours flying around that Borussia Dortmund have had a bid accepted for him and that he would likely move to Dortmund in the summer. But as I said, there are lots of clubs looking at him because the potential of this kid is just unbelievable. My only concern for him is that he doesn't end up like John Bostock. Anyone that doesn't know who John Bostock is or was, he was a footballer who played for Crystal Palace and made his debut at 15 years of age. Again, the way that he kind of bossed the midfield, especially at a young age in the Championship. I mean, his potential was, I would say, on par, should have been as good as Jude Bellingham. Unfortunately, he didn't develop enough, and he only had 4 appearances at Palace before Tottenham bought him, and then he just sort of faded away. He had loan upon loan upon loan, and then he ended up getting a transfer and playing in Belgium, Turkey, France, and he just never fulfilled the potential that he had. So that is why it is crucial to make the correct decisions when it comes to his next move. As I said previously, he's heavily linked with a move to Dortmund in the summer, which in my opinion is a great move, depending on the terms of his contract, i.e. his playing time, because he still needs to continue to learn, develop and gain that experience. And for me, maybe the best outcome for him for now would probably be to stay at Birmingham for another couple of seasons and carry on playing and developing, because at the moment he's playing week in, week out, and they're pretty reliant on him by the stats that he's been putting up. So that would be what I feel would be the best option for him. But I mean, Borussia Dortmund have got a proven track record with producing and giving opportunities to young players. You've only got to look at Jadon Sancho and various other players that have gone there as young players and been given the opportunity and being able to develop. But with that being said, it's a completely different mindset and mentality that Bellingham is going to have to adopt. He's going to have to move to another country. He's going to have to learn the language, learn the culture, and then obviously establish himself. But in my opinion, if he's going to go to a top level team, it's probably the best team to go to. But for my 2 pence, I'd rather him stay at Birmingham for another couple of seasons and just carry on doing what he's doing in arguably the most physical and toughest league in the world. A lot of people compare Bellingham to Steven Gerrard's style of play, which I can see, because he's very combative, he's very aggressive, and he's good in a tackle. He's strong, and when he drives forward, he's powerful, and he makes some really good driving runs. So I can see the comparison. Obviously, there are certain aspects of his game that he needs to work on, like positioning and heading. But again, those sort of things will come with practice, with time, with experience, and learning the role and growing into that player that we expect him to become. But if we have a look at his stats, as I've said before, Birmingham City have been really reliant on him. I mean, he's made 24 appearances. That starts with 7 from the bench. And the minutes played is 11 minutes. So he has been very dominant in this team and commanding his first team place, which, as I say, on merit is deserved. He has 4 goals to his name and 2 assists, which again is a really, really good return considering of his age and the position he plays. Defensively is where I believe he does his best work. I mean, he's averaging 2.3 tackles a game and 0.7 interceptions per game, conceding only 1 foul per game. Again, as I keep saying, for someone so young in his position in the league that he's playing, that is exceptional stats for someone so young. His passing, he averages 22.7 passes a game with a completion rate of 75%. And as he grows into that position, I expect him to become more dominant, so more passes and controlling his areas, and especially that midfield, as I say, continuing to boss that. If we look at him offensively, again, some great numbers as we keep talking about his age. He has 4 goals with 2 assists. He has a shot output of 1.2 per game, 0.07 key passes, and he dribbles past opponents 1.1, drawing fouls at least 1.3 times in a game. So statistically, you can see that Jude Bellingham is a competent and complete player by just looking at his output of his stats. And that's not even mentioning his age and the potential that he can develop from there. I believe that Jude Bellingham will play for England, and it's a question of when, not if. The experience that he's gained by playing in the Championship will benefit him hugely. As I say, it's a tough league which has swallowed up many good talented players. That grounding will definitely help him in his development, especially his mental side and the physical side of the game. There will be big decisions to be made at the end of the season for Bellingham. Personally, I'd love to see him stay at Birmingham again for a couple of seasons. As we've said, continue to develop, but I don't really see that being possible now. I think that the clubs that are interested in him will be too persuasive with their approaches and offers for Bellingham. So with that said, it's a big decision on what happens next in the future for Jude. Let's just hope he makes the right decision, and it's a bright future for Jude, and I hope he continues to develop and progress, and I really look forward to seeing his progression over the next couple of years.